Are you recently laid off? Let me give you some advice, and I'll do a walk and talk. I've been self-employed since I was 40, which is almost 18 years ago, as an electrician. Now I'm an electrical contractor. It takes 6 years to become a master, and you have to have a master on staff. But I know a young guy. He started his own building business. He's basically a contractor, and he builds. And I just asked him, this is Michigan, I asked him, did you have to have any hours working for anybody else to become self-employed? And he said no. So here's my truck. It took me 9 years to get where I'm at with my business, because I would work and then I'd get laid off during the winter. So basically 6 hours full employment to become a master electrician. But as a general contractor, a builder, you don't have to work for anybody. All you got to do is pass, in Michigan, pass the state test, the exam, and you get your contractor's license and your builder's license. Okay? So why am I telling you this? For all you people that get laid off, and you sit there, I watch these people on YouTube. You sit there, TikTok goes to YouTube, and you sit there and you whine about how you thought they cared about you and how you did a great job, and there's no reason why you should have gotten laid off. Okay, young Americans, older Americans, Americans in general, you got to realize nobody gives a shit about you. Your government doesn't care about you. The corporations don't care about you. Your government is robbing from you on behalf of the corporations, and the corporations will take their jobs from America and ship them to another country, or they'll use AI in a heartbeat, okay? The U.S. government is a criminal organization run or controlled by the deep state. You have to understand that. So my advice to you is become self-employed. Be a handyman. Be a builder. Do whatever you can. Because why? There are so many tax write-offs that the corporations use that you get to use. When I drive my truck from here to there, that mileage is counted. That's a tax deduction. And when I make too much money, I have two businesses. When I make too much money with my electrical business, what have I been doing over the years? I put it into my bee business. All right? I'm down, but I'm not out on my bee business. It's still a tax write-off. And you see this project over here that I'm building? Another tax write-off. This is where I'm going to store beehives. And as a beekeeper, I don't pay sales tax in Michigan. And I'm going to write off all the money I put into this construction project for my taxes. There's no reason for me to pay taxes. The government's corrupt. You give them any money, it just feeds the corruption. They'll use that money to pay for bombs they used to kill colored people. All right? George Carlin was right about the United States years ago. Pause again. The most important thing about being self-employed versus working for somebody else, if you work for somebody else and you get laid off, you're basically fucked, okay? What can you do? Well, you can apply for other jobs and nobody's going to hire you because there's no jobs available. I'm currently in between jobs right now. I just finished wiring a house. It took me 8 days to wire the house. I made $2,000. I don't charge a lot. I'm the cheapest contractor in my area. And now I'm waiting for another house to get done. So I have time off, but I'm not really technically out of work. I'm just spending time doing things I like to do. I'm spending time with my dogs. I have Siberian Huskies. I do mushing. And spending time with these bees. Spending time playing with my trains in my basement, but I'm not really technically out of work, okay? So that's the big difference between being employed by somebody else or being self-employed. You get a lot of tax write-offs, okay? A lot of them, all right? Like my cell phone, tax write-off. My internet, tax write-off, okay? And that Kubota over there, tax write-off. That dump truck, tax write-off, okay? You guys don't understand. When I drive to a job, I'm writing off those miles. If you work for somebody else, you can't write off those miles. You guys need to become self-employed. Instead of sitting on your ass, do a state exam, get your contractor's license, and it doesn't matter if you're a boy or girl, woman or man. I know a female contractor that's a builder, all right? It doesn't matter. Just stop sitting on your ass and whining about it. Stop waiting for somebody to hire you. They don't give a fuck about you. You gotta wake up. Nobody in America gives a fuck about you, and everybody fucking lies, okay? Thank you.